Hi, welcome to the podcast for When the Curves Line Up for October 30th, 2024, featuring an alignment of Mars with the Gemini Twins and equal daylight and darkness. Please see the article that includes diagrams of today's events on the website at whenthecurveslineup.com. Text by Jeffrey L. Hunt. Events are described relative to sunrise and sunset. Find those times in local sources. Today, daylight and darkness are equal at Chicago's latitude. Do not confuse this with equal day and night near the equinox. The 24-hour day is frequently split into two parts, daytime and nighttime. Daytime occurs when the sun is in the sky and illuminating the terrain. Night is when it is below the horizon. Night can be divided into two periods of twilight and darkness. Twilight occurs when the sun is below the horizon, but still illuminating the sky. This occurs after nightfall and before daybreak. Darkness is in the middle, between the periods of twilight. While nighttime is already longer than daylight, the darkness period is longer than daytime beginning tomorrow until the periods are equal again on February 10, 2025. The winter solstice is the midpoint of this 102-day period. This date of equal daylight and darkness varies by latitude. The difference is at its maximum at the winter solstice, December 21st. By February 10th, values are equal again. At Cocoa, Florida's latitude, the period lasts 59 days, Tucson, Arizona, 80 days, Fayette, Missouri, 98 days, Seattle, Washington, 112 days, and Juneau, Alaska, 120 days. During this time, there is no daylight to save or shift by advancing the clock an hour. For most U.S. states, daylight saving time ends on November 3rd when the clocks are set back to standard time. Here is today's planet forecast. In the morning sky. Before sunrise, Mars is at a line that begins at Castor and passes through Pollux. The pair is the Gemini Twins. An hour before sunrise, first, locate Jupiter. The Jovian giant is that bright star high in the western sky during morning twilight. It retrogrades in front of Taurus, between the bull's horns Elnath and Zeta Tauri. They are visible above the planet. Elnath is brighter than Zeta. Aldebaran, the bull's brightest star, is 11.5 degrees to the lower right of Jupiter. The star is about the same brightness and color as Mars. The red planet is high in the southern sky, on an imaginary line that starts at Castor and extends through Pollux. Mars crosses this line 3 times during this appearance. This morning it passes 7.1 degrees to Pollux's lower left. After Mars begins the illusion of retrograde on December 6, it crosses the line again on January 16, 2025. After its eastward motion begins on February 23, Mars crosses the line for the third time on April 10. Mars marches eastward and this morning steps in front of Cancer. Watch Mars move eastward and approach the Beehive star cluster. It fits with the stellar bundle in the same binocular field of view beginning on November 7. Look for a whisker-thin crescent moon in the east-southeast. At 45 minutes before daybreak, the lunar slice, 4% illuminated, is over 10 degrees above the east-southeast horizon. Use a binocular to spot Earthshine. Sky watchers at more southerly latitudes are already seeing Spica, Virgo's brightest star, 8.1 degrees to the moon's lower left. For those at the mid-northern latitudes, the star is heavily filtered and blurred by the air near the horizon. It is first visible about November 3rd, depending on local weather conditions. The moon is at the new phase on November 1st at 7:47 a.m. Central Time. Mercury is veiled in bright evening twilight, setting 40 minutes after sundown. It is visible next month. Brilliant Venus is easily visible in the southwestern sky after sundown. The evening star continues to set later each evening, nearly 2 hours after sunset tonight. Through a telescope, Venus shows phases similar to the moon. Tonight, it is 77% illuminated, an evening gibbous phase. Saturn is farther eastward, nearly 1/3 of the way from the southeast horizon to overhead. It retrogrades in front of Aquarius. The planet is over 20 degrees to Fomalhaut's upper left. During the night, the planet appears farther westward. It is south about the time Venus sets. Shortly after Venus disappears below the western horizon, Jupiter rises in the east-northeast. The difference is 23 minutes to night. The figure decreases quickly during the next few nights. On November 3rd, a Venus-Jupiter opposition occurs. Jupiter rises when Venus sets. As November progresses, they are easy to see at opposite ends of the sky. A Venus-Jupiter opposition that occurs during evening hours signals the first time that the two planets are in the sky together. A pre-dawn event signals the last time they are visible simultaneously. Unlike most other celestial bodies, Venus and Jupiter shine through the blurring and dimming effects of the air so that they can be seen near the horizon. Sky watchers with clear horizons toward where Venus sets in the southwest and Jupiter rises in the east-northeast can watch this occur during several nights beginning November 3rd. Mars rises 5 hours after the sun sets. By tomorrow morning it is again high in the southern sky, east of the line through the Twins, while bright Jupiter is in the west. Thank you for listening. Please read the articles at whenthecurveslineup.com.